My name is Charlie Smith. My partner Ed Theisan and I are combat sports enthusiasts. We have a mission to build the first ever mixed martial arts museum. Journey with us as we travel all over the world and meet some of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport to build the first ever mixed martial arts museum. I'm Charlie Smith.
I'm Ed Theisan.
Today, we are in lovely Fremont, Ohio. What's important in Fremont, Ohio? Well, it happens to be home of one of the greatest wrestlers of all time and one of the greatest mixed martial artists, and we get to go meet him right now.
Hi,
Mrs. Coleman.
I'm Mark Theisan.
Nice to meet you. Charlie, so nice to meet you. Thank
Same
you for
here.
having us. Charlie, nice to meet you, sir. Mark, how are you? Great to see you. It's been a while.
How you doing? Just don't sneak up and shove a pen in my face and ask me a question. I mean, come on. How many fist fights have I been? Well, that depends on who you ask. There's a lot of rumors and a lot of stories. It seems like I was in 1,000 of them. Zoom in on that. Yeah, I'm a white guy. That's my butt. That's Maurice's shin and leg right down there, all the way down. Good memories here. Wow, this is where it started. Here's the high school, the grade school is right next door. They're tearing down the grade school right now, and St. Joe's hanging on.
He was a great guy, always respectful, and always did what he was told. So he was very intense on sports.
Still ripped. He was 98 pounds.
To be able to get out and see the world and to do better and prove to the small town people that he can accomplish as much as the people from the bigger schools.
I went on a mission. I was coming back my senior year I wanted to pin everybody. That was the plan. Until you moved me up to heavyweight versus Clyde.
One of only two state wrestling champions never come out of this school. One was last year a heavyweight wrestler, Price, his last name was, but Mark actually won it twice.
You gotta hand it to the Coleman family. They were right behind the whole time.
You've seen the footage where we wrestled up in the old grade school. Really wasn't the ideal place at all. And then my Aunt Mary, super big fan. Her husband Ray supported me, quite a bit throughout my career. And she just loved wrestling. All of a sudden she decides she's gonna turn this into a wrestling room. Let's check it out. Everybody figured it out. Not everybody, but most people agree, and I do. Wrestling's the greatest base to have. Because you got all these wrestlers are athletic. They come in all sizes. 98 up to heavyweight. You asked me about if I got any fights. One of them went down right over there, and I needed her husband, Ray. I needed his assistance because it was 3 or 4 on 1.
Were you a fan of Mark Coleman at all growing up?
Hell yeah, in college at Purdue, we'd get the pay-per-views and there'd be Coleman on there and the Hammer smashing everyone. I was just like, look at this guy, holy shit, fucking so strong, Olympic wrestler. So yeah, definitely was a fan of Coleman.
What changed? What was your thought process? Did the confidence just boost, and did you know that night was your night you're gonna win that tournament?
Well, like I said, I got in UFC 10, the fight starts, and sure enough, I shot in as planned right away. And he did try a front crane kick. Actually, it went just over top of my head, but I was quick enough to get in there, got him down, and I started ground and pound.
We're here at Matt Brown's gym, the Immortal Center. Matt's training right now for a fight he has coming up in December out in Las Vegas against Ben Saunders. We had a chance to get together here with Mark Coleman and Matt. Mark's been helping Matt out a little bit with his wrestling and preparation for the fight coming up.
When Joe Rogan tried to arm drag him.
Well, I was in danger, man. Man, Brown, what instincts took over? I didn't know he was going to arm drag me, take my back. My instincts took over. I had a bad hip. I had to turn and clear some space. All I wanted to do was get a little space. I just wanted to clear a little space.
We get to this point where, I see a guy like Mark and everything who who allows fighters to step on a stage like yourself or any of the guys out there today who kept the UFC going at a certain time. And your influence is on the next generation fighter. You'll never know how many fighters Matt Brown influenced.
To me, it doesn't mean a damn thing, like what I've already done. You know, I mean, I look at the history of the sport, like I watch what Mark did, what other guys have done, and I think, you know, you have to understand history to understand where you're at now, right? And this sport has evolved like insane, crazy, you know, quickly and just drastically. You know, it's a completely different world now. But for me, I try not to look at what I've done, because like when I look at what I've done, it wasn't shit. Like I should have done it better.
We're here at Ohio State University. We're at the Jennings Wrestling Facility. This is where all the wrestlers gather to train. We're gonna have Mark the Hammer Coleman right here, back on his old stomping ground where he was an NCAA Division I national champion wrestler. And this is where he really took off and really got his wrestling to the top level that it was. And we're about to go inside and see his reaction at his old alma mater.
I planned this. This is all a surprise.
Oh, this is a surprise. Gonna be in your weight class this year?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I got Kyle in the room, so you
Wow.
know, it's a process. So
It's all right, man.
Yeah,
It'll make you better. That's not easy to get one of those. Not easy to get one of those. Individual or team. Wow, that's a sweet moment.
Yeah, I really appreciated getting to see Ohio State and the kids wrestling, all the effort they put into their practices alone. I mean, these kids are just dripping in sweat. I mean, they are taking this super serious. They got a really good coach here. Allowed us to come and tour the facility with one of their legends of wrestling, NCAA champion Mark Coleman, and just been a very good experience for us to get to see this today.
Well, I've seen pictures of it. I knew it was going to be big, but I knew it was going to be big, beautiful. I've seen all the pictures, but just coming here and seeing it in person, geez, these guys are lucky. Very special. A lot of guys worked hard to get this here.
Man, Mark, thanks so much for taking the time with us. It was an awesome trip. You know, we got to see where you started and where you finished, you know, and it was just an amazing journey the last few days. I want to thank you for doing that with us.
Like Matt Brown said it, you know, when you're active, when you're fighting, you don't really care. But then when you're retired, you get out of it when you start to care, and that's where I'm at right now. So I do care, and I'm glad to be a part of this, and hopefully you guys do get a museum, a big one. This one here, you know, I'm gonna let you guys hold on to it. Take care of it for me, right?
Us?
Yeah, you guys take care of this for
Wow.
me. You get that museum open, and this could be one of you. I'm sure you guys can get a lot of pieces for this museum.
And to have this item as our first piece in the museum, I couldn't think of a better piece to have.
There is absolutely not a better piece, nor getting it from a better person than Mark the Hammer Coleman.
Well, let's get this preserved for right now until the official MMA Museum is up and running. Man, it doesn't have a grade, but I could stay in here all night and look at this, but
We could, but we're not going to find more pieces doing that.
well, I guess we got some more work to do, right?
We do.
Great work.